Good morning, CCBC. I'm Minister Shawan Mackle, and I am so elated today to be able to celebrate the students that have taken small groups during this semester. During this semester, we had Financial Peace University, which was facilitated by Pamela Shorter. What Does It Mean to Be a Christian by Sister Alberta Conti, and Overcoming Emotions That Destroy by Dr. Moore. And also, we had a bonus Financial Peace University course that was taught by our Chief Financial Officer, Janice Walker. I want to just thank all the students for their participation and the facilitators, and I want to encourage you to come out and be a part of the small groups. Come out to learn, build community, fellowship with one another so you can grow and develop in the things that God has already called you to. So don't be hesitant. Just when a course is announced, just sign up. If you're not sure, just take the course anyway. Sometimes you just have to challenge yourself. And so at this time, I just want to let the students just tell you about their experience that they have encountered in this semester of the small groups.
I'm Roscoe Eller. I was part of the class Overcoming Emotions That Destroy, led by Dr. Moore. I'd like to first and foremost thank the Moores for opening up their home to us for this class. It was a pleasant environment in which to learn. The course itself focused mostly on anger. The thing that I noticed most is that there are different forms or masks of anger, things like spewers who always, when they endure an offense, they come back at you guns blazing. You have stuffers who will overlook an offense but never forget it, and they just kind of keep it with them. And then you have leakers who will kind of fire back, but in an offshoot, off-color kind of way. They will maybe say, kind of passive-aggressive digs just to kind of let you know that you're bothering them. So that was one thing that I found very interesting. The other thing that we learned is how to recognize the triggers to the anger. Interestingly enough, one of the major triggers was stress, taking on too much at one time, which is often a sign of arrogance. Are you the only one that can actually get something done? Do you believe you're the only one? If that is the case, then maybe you're being a bit too arrogant. I mean, Proverbs, if you've ever read it, all the chapters of it, I'm sure you have, Solomon dedicates a lot of real estate to hubris and the ill effects of being too proud or arrogant. So they show us how maybe you have to be a little less self-absorbed. And they tell us how to actually constructively deal with anger. Anger is, in fact, a God-given emotion. And Old Testament, we've seen plenty of instances where God was mad. We've seen instance where Jesus was mad. Being mad is not the problem. Being angry is the indication that something's wrong. This course taught us how to deal constructively and address whatever it is that's wrong. So I think that's the key, how to not trying to avoid anger, but how to constructively deal with it. And this course goes a long way to teaching us just that. I think it was an excellent course. I highly recommend it to any and all.
Hi, my name is Pauletta. I was a student in the Financial Peace University course. The facilitator was Pamela Shorter. She was an awesome facilitator. I recommend her for any financial peace class you take. Please take it with her. I took this class to try to get my debt in order. This was one of the best investments that I have made for myself by taking Financial Peace University. The one section of this course that really made a lot for me was the debt snowball. It really broke your debt down. It tells you when you should have it paid off, by the amount you have to pay. It is really an eye-opener for anyone who take this course. It was very hard for me to tell Minister Shawan 3 weeks ago that I was not going to be able to go to see the play Jesus, and that was because it was not in my budget. 3 days later, she even called me back to say, we can share rooms, I'll treat you to dinner or lunch, and it was hard for me to still tell her no. This is one of I really mean the best investments I have made. Since January, I am a Bath & Body Works shopper. I have not spent a dime in Bath & Body Works. I've taken my lunch every day since January. And that's a recommendation from, of course, the awesome facilitator, Pamela Shorter. I just tell you, she's just awesome. We have really learned a lot from her. She not only taught it, she walked and did what she taught. She's a prime example for us of becoming debt-free. In 2021, I will be debt-free.
And I'd like to thank Paulita and Roscoe for sharing their experience in the small group. And again, I'd like to thank the facilitators. And lastly, I challenge you to come and be part of the Christian education class, which means come, learn, apply, share, and serve. So as we announce the upcoming courses later in late summer, September, please be a part of the small groups, building community, fellowshipping with one another, and most importantly, developing your relationship with Jesus. And that's ultimately what we all want to do, grow more into the things of God. So thank you so much